Good morning, children. Listen, today we are going to see exercise 8.3 last sum, which is 14th sum, page number 74. Three vectors, A vector, comma B vector and C vector are such that modulus A vector equal to 2, modulus B vector equal to 3, modulus C vector is equal to 4. And A vector plus B vector plus C vector equal to 0 vector. Find the value of 4 A vector dot B vector plus 3 B vector plus B vector dot C vector plus 3 C vector dot A vector. So this value we have to find. Again come to the question. 3 vectors A vector, comma B vector and C vector are such that modulus A vector equal to 2, modulus B vector equal to 3, modulus C vector equal to 4, and A vector plus B vector plus C vector equal to 0 vector. So it is next condition. Then find the value of 4 A vector dot B vector plus 3 B vector dot C vector plus 3 C vector dot A vector. So this value we have to find. Okay, come to the question again. Here modulus value is given. Then sum of 3 vectors equal to 0 vector. We want to find this value. Okay. First of all, write the given information. Listen. First solution. Modulus A vector is equal to. Can you tell me modulus A vector equal to? Yes, 2. Okay. Next. Modulus B vector equal to. Good. 3. Modulus C vector equal to. Modulus C vector. Modulus C vector equal to 4. Okay. Which is given. Okay. Next. Also next one more condition is given, which is A vector plus B vector plus C vector equal to 0 vector, which is next condition. Listen, also given that A vector plus B vector plus C vector equal to 0 vector. So which is given condition. Listen, first data, then second data. Now come to the question. We need A dot B, B dot C, C dot A. Cyclic order. A to B, B to C, C to A. Okay. Here sum of 3 vectors equal to 0. Consider the first one A dot B. So for my convenience, A B left side, that is C is right side. So to find the first one, A B left side, that is C vector is right side. To find the second one, B and C left side, A goes to right. To find C dot A, C, that is C and A left side and B goes to right side. So it is a technique to find its value. And this question is comparing with the 8th question. Comparing with the question, 8th question, page number 74. So these two questions are same and one. The difference is here 4 times, 3 times, 3 times. 14th question. But the 8th question is the coefficients are 1, 1, 1. Here coefficients 4, 3, 3. But 8th sum coefficient 1, 1, 1. That means find the value of A dot B, B dot C, C dot A. So that only differs. Okay. So 14th sum and the 8th sum are same model. So okay. Now listen the technique. To find the first value, A B left side and C is right side. So which is the first step. Now listen. A B left side. That is A vector plus B vector equal to minus C vector. That's all. Now consider the left hand side. Left hand side is of the form A plus B. Connecting algebraic formula. Good. A plus B the whole square. So for my convenience, squaring on both sides. Squaring on both sides. Squaring on both sides. Okay. Squaring on both sides. Squaring on both sides. LHS the whole square is equal to RHS the whole square. Okay. That is LHS the whole square means A vector plus B vector the whole square is equal to minus C vector the whole square. That is A vector plus B vector the whole square is equal to minus C vector the whole square. Okay. Now it is of the form, yes, A plus B the whole square. In algebra means it is a direct question. A plus B the whole square equal to A square plus B square plus 2AB. But in vector algebra, A vector plus B vector the whole square is equal to modulus A vector square plus modulus B vector square plus 2 A vector dot B vector. So which is the concept. Okay. Now listen. Modulus A vector square plus modulus B vector square plus 2 A vector dot B vector, which is equal to minus the whole square equal to plus. And C vector the whole square equal to, yes, modulus C vector the whole square. Modulus C vector the whole square. Okay. Now remember, here dot is very important. Sir, okay, now next step. What is the first term? Can you tell me what is the value of first term? Yes, modulus A vector is equal to 2. Modulus B vector value equal to 3. Modulus C vector value is equal to 4. So we want to substitute. One can write directly also. Listen, modulus A vector 2, so 2 square equal to 4. Plus, modulus B vector is equal to 3. 3 the whole square equal to 9. Plus, 2 into A vector dot B vector is equal to modulus C vector equal to, yes, 4. So 4 the whole square equal to 16. Very good. Which is 16. Now just a simplification. So I want to find A vector dot B vector equal to something. That's all. Okay. Now see, 4 plus 9, 13. 13 goes to right side. Yes, minus 13. So write yourself 2 A vector dot B vector is equal to 2 A vector dot B vector is equal to 16 minus 13. Okay. 16 minus 13. Okay, next step. Yes. 16 minus 13 equal to 3. Then, what is A vector dot B vector? Therefore, A vector dot B vector equal to 3 by 2. Because the 2 goes to right, it becomes divided. Now, write directly A vector dot B vector is equal to 3 by 2. So, which is one value. A vector dot B vector value is ready. Now, listen, to find A vector dot B vector, A vector plus B vector left side, A vector plus B vector left side, C vector goes to right side. Similarly, to find B vector dot C vector, BC left side, A goes to right. That's all. Now similarly, listen, now again take the given condition, A vector plus B vector plus C vector is equal to 0 vector. Okay? Now I want to find B vector dot C vector, which means B vector plus C vector left side and A vector goes to right. Now listen, B vector plus C vector is equal to minus A vector. Okay? Yes. Squaring on both sides. Similar model. Okay, squaring on both sides. Squaring on both sides. Squaring on both sides. B vector plus C vector the whole square is equal to minus A vector the whole square. Okay? Now, can you tell me what is LHS answer? Yes. It is of the form A plus B the whole square. So A square plus B square plus 2AB. But in vector algebra, B vector plus C vector the whole square is equal to modulus B vector square plus modulus C vector square plus 2B vector dot C vector. So modulus B vector square plus modulus C vector square plus 2B vector dot C vector, which is equal to modulus A vector square. Because minus the whole square equal to plus. Then A vector the whole square equal to modulus A vector square. Now substitute your values given information. Yes. Modulus B vector equal to 3. So 3 the whole square equal to 9. Okay. Modulus C vector equal to, yes, 4. So 4 the whole square equal to 16. So plus 16. Plus 2 B vector dot C vector itself. Okay. Which is equal to modulus A vector equal to 2. Given data. So 2 the whole square equal to 4. So write it directly 4. Okay. Now 9 plus 16 equal to 25. So this plus 25 goes to right, it becomes minus 25. That means 2 B vector dot C vector is equal to 4 minus 25. Okay. Now 4 minus 25 equal to, yes, minus 21. And 2 goes to right, into 2 becomes divided. Okay. Can you tell me directly B vector dot C vector is equal to minus 21 by 2. Minus 21 by 2, which is result 2. Again listen. First time A vector dot B vector equal to 3 by 2. B vector dot C vector is equal to minus 21 by 2. Next I want to find C vector dot A vector value. To find C vector dot A vector, what is the working rule? Yes, that is C vector and A vector left side, B vector goes to right. Again similarly, okay, similarly, Similarly, again take the given condition. Listen, A vector plus B vector plus C vector equal to 0 vector is a given condition. Given condition. Again write the same condition. A vector plus B vector plus C vector which is equal to 0 vector. Given. Okay? Given condition. Now, to find C vector dot A vector, C and A left side, B goes to right side. Okay? Now, that is C vector plus A vector left side which is equal to minus B vector. Now, next step, very good. Squaring on both sides. Squaring on both sides. Squaring on both sides. Squaring on both sides. What is left hand side? Yes, left hand side C vector plus A vector the whole square is equal to, yes, minus B vector the whole square. Okay. Now next step, yourself. Good. Is of the form A plus B the whole square. Okay, what is answer? Yes, modulus C vector square plus modulus A vector square plus 2 C vector dot A vector is equal to modulus B vector the whole square. Okay, now listen. Modulus C vector square plus modulus A vector square plus 2 C vector dot A vector which is equal to modulus B vector square. Okay, now substitute the values. Modulus C vector equal to, yes, 4. So 4 square equal to 16. So 16 plus modulus A vector equal to 2. So 2 the whole square equal to 4. So plus 4 plus 2 C vector dot A vector. C vector dot A vector which is equal to modulus B vector equal to 3. So 3 the whole square equal to 9. Okay. Now simplification yourself. Now listen. 16 plus 4, 20. Plus 20 goes to right minus 20. So 9 minus 20. 9 minus 20 equal to, yes, minus 11. Then 2C dot A equal to minus 11. 2C vector dot A vector is equal to minus 11. Can tell me what is C vector dot A vector? Yes, minus 11 by 2. Okay. So C vector dot A vector is equal to minus 11 by 2, which is third answer. Now listen, it is very simple. First write the given condition. Listen, take a given condition to find the first term, AB left side, another one right side. To find the second term answer, BC left side, okay, BC left side, A goes to right. Then again to find the C dot A, take the again given condition, C and A left side, B goes to right, squaring on both sides, we get the 3 answers. Now, take your whole question, then substitute the values, we are going to get the value of this one, okay? Children, listen, now what we are going to find? Yes, see, we want to find 4 A vector dot B vector plus, yes, 3 B vector dot C vector plus 3 C vector dot A vector. So this value I want to find. Okay. To find its value, which is equal to, okay, which is equal to 4 times of what is A vector dot B vector? Yes, equal to 3 by 2. So 3 by 2. 3 by 2. Next. Plus 3 times of, so 3 into B vector dot C vector equal to minus 21 by 2. So minus 21 by 2 plus 3 times of, so 3 into C vector dot A vector. What is C vector dot A vector value? Minus 11 by 2. Okay, minus 11 by 2. Okay, now just a simplification. Listen, now simplification yourself. Suppose, which is equal to, here 4 by 2, that which means 1 2 is 2, 2 2s are 4. Okay, now simplification please. Yes, 2 3s are 6. Next, here 2 3, we can't simplify, we can't cancel, so just multiply. Plus into minus, minus. 3 into 21, yes, minus 63. Minus 63 by 2. Okay, plus into minus, minus. 3, because 3 by 2, so we can't cancel. So 3 11s are minus 33, that is 33 by 2. Okay. Now can you tell me what is LCM? Yes, by 2. LCM is 2. Now 6 means by 1. That means here LCM 2, but here denominator 1. So 2, 6 are 12. Okay, minus. Here 1, 2 is 2, 1, 2 is 2. So 1 time. That means into 1, into 1. So we are going to get minus 63 itself. Okay, that is 2 into 1, 63 into 1. So minus 63. Minus 2 into 1 and here 33 into 1. So 33 into 1, 33. Now simplification, which is equal to fully divided by 2. Now 12. Here negative, negative. Okay, what is addition? Yes, 96. Okay, minus 96. Okay, subtract, which is equal to 96 minus 12 equal to, yes, minus 84 by 2. Minus 84 by 2 equal to, yes, 1 2 is 2, 4 2s are 8, 2 2s are 4, therefore minus 42. What is minus 42? Yes, its value is minus 42. Right, its left hand side, the left hand, therefore 4 times of A vector dot B vector plus 3 times of B vector dot C vector plus 3 times of C vector dot A vector, which is equal to minus 42. Okay, remember again, what is the difference between 8th sum and 14th sum? Yes, here 14th sum is 4 times of, 3 times of, 3 times of. But the 8th question, just find the value of A dot B plus B dot C plus C dot A. That is coefficient 1, 1, 1. Same working rule, same model. Coefficient 1, 1, 1, which is 8th question. And the coefficient is 4, 3, 3, which is a 14th sum. No need to prepare 8th question and 14th question separately. If you prepare a 14th question, it is easy to solve 8th question also. No need to prepare 8th sum. Because the coefficient is 1, 1, 1, which is 8th sum. That is, numbers only differs. Okay? Listen, in vector algebra, addition of vectors possible. And difference of a vector possible. And the product of the vectors also possible. But a division of vectors not possible. Okay. In mathematical operations, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, in which division of vectors not possible. So addition of vectors, subtraction of a vector, and the product of the vectors possible. Here addition and subtraction completed. Now we have third type is, yes, product of the vectors. Can tell me what is how many types in product of the vectors? Yes, there are 2 types. That is dot product of vectors and the cross product of vectors. Otherwise, that is scalar product or otherwise dot product, and the vector product or cross product. So scalar product or dot product, which is completed, which is in 8.3 exercise fully. Now vector product is known as cross product, so which is exercise 8.4. So to learn exercise 8.4, we need the following concept. So product of the vectors 2 types: scalar product, that is a dot product; vector product, that is, yes, cross product. So scalar product or that is a dot product, which is 8.3, which we completed. Now we are going to learn vector product, that is cross product, exercise 8.3. So to learn next 8.4 exercise, we need the following formulas. Listen the basic carefully and continue. Okay, now listen. The topic is vector product, that is cross product, vector product. Vector product, that is cross product. Okay, vector product, that is cross product. Okay, now listen, first one. The first one is by the definition of vector product, that is by the definition of cross product. Okay, now listen, by the definition of cross product. Okay, can you tell me what is the definition of dot product? Yes, definition of dot product is given by A vector dot B vector equal to modulus A vector into modulus B vector into cos theta, where theta is the angle between, yes, A vector and B vector. So definition of dot product is given by A vector dot B vector equal to modulus A vector into modulus B vector into cos theta, where theta is the angle between A vector and B vector, which is 8.3 axis before concept. But today topic is definition of cross product. Definition of cross product is given by the formula A vector cross B vector is equal to A vector cross B vector is equal to modulus A vector. Say first one A vector, so modulus A vector. Second B vector, so into modulus B vector. For dot product we want to use a cos ratio. For cross product we must use sin ratio, that's all. So for cross product, sin ratio, that is sin theta. And also here vector product gives vector answer. Okay, vector product gives vector answer, which means the cross product gives vector answer. So vector product gives vector answer. So to get the vector answer, the perpendicular unit vector is n cap, where n cap is the perpendicular unit vector to both A vector and B vector. And theta is the angle between A vector and B vector. Okay, here modulus A vector is a scalar, modulus B vector is a scalar, sin theta is a scalar, but n cap is a vector. So scalar into scalar into scalar, a scalar into a vector. So scalar into vector is known as vector. So the resultant is given by vector. So the vector product gives vector answer, that's all. Okay, now listen, the difference between dot product and the cross product. Dot product means A vector dot B vector is equal to modulus A vector into modulus B vector into cos theta, that's all. But for definition of cross product, A vector cross B vector equal to modulus A vector into modulus B vector into sin theta into n cap, where n cap is the perpendicular unit vector to both A vector and B vector, and theta is the angle between A vector and B vector. Okay, so the first one is completed. First one completed. Now come to second. Now listen. Now the working rule to find A vector cross B vector. The working rule to find A vector cross B vector. Suppose for my convenience, listen, first working rule. Working rule to find A vector cross B vector. Okay. First one is definition of cross product is given by A vector cross B vector is equal to modulus A vector into modulus B vector into sin theta into n cap. Now working rule to find A vector cross B vector. Okay. Let A vector is equal to A1 into I cap plus A2 into j cap plus A3 into k cap. Let B vector is equal to B1 into I cap plus B2 into j cap plus B3 into k cap. So for our convenience. Suppose one can take different coefficients also, no problem. Suppose A vector equal to I cap plus j cap minus 2 k cap. Let B vector is equal to 2 I cap minus j cap plus 4 k cap. You can take numbers also, no problem. In general, we are considering A1, A2, A3 for this B1, B2, B3 for definition. But while solving sums, the different coefficients. For example, A vector equal to I cap plus j cap plus k cap, likewise. Okay. Now for my convenience, let A vector is equal to A1 into I cap plus A2 into j cap plus A3 into k cap. Okay. Let B vector is equal to similar idea. B vector is equal to B1 I cap plus B2 j cap plus B3 k cap. Okay. Now working rule to find A vector cross B vector. Listen, that is A vector cross B vector is equal to determinant. Listen, to find A cross B, we have two ideas. To find A cross B, we have two ideas. That is definition of cross product. Next, working rule to find A vector cross B vector. That is when A vector and B vector given in ijk components given by the formula determinant. And also one more idea, if the cross product is defined between the two vectors, which is equal to determinant ijk. When the cross product is defined between the two vectors means which is equal to A vector cross B vector. If the cross product is defined between the two vectors is equal to determinant ijk. So determinant ijk, that's all. this first row always fixed. While the cross product is defined between the two vectors, its image is given by determinant ijk. First row fixed for all. See, for example, b vector cross c vector equal to determinant ijk. C vector cross A vector is equal to determinant ijk. Likewise. Okay. Now, first row fixed. And its order is 3 by 3, which is a 3 by 3 determinant. 3 by 3 determinant, which means what? 3 by 3 means? Yes, 3 rows and 3 columns. Listen, first row, second row, third row. There are 3 rows. And the first column, second column, third column. There are 3 columns. First row fixed always, ijk. And how to write second row and the third row. So which is the technique? Listen, here first one A vector, therefore second row A vector components. A vector. Okay, first one A vector, therefore A vector coefficients comes in second row, that is A vector coefficients A1, A2, A3. ijk coefficients you want to write in second row. Okay, here second B vector, so B vector coefficients comes in third row, that is B vector equal to the coefficients B1, B2, B3 will be the third row. So the here first A vector, so A vector coefficients A1, A2, A3 second row. Second B vector, so B vector coefficients B1, B2, B3 is third row. Okay, first A vector, its coefficients, yes, A1, A2, A3. Next, second B vector. Okay, B vector coefficients, very good. That is B1, B2, B3. Okay, suppose, for example, see mind itself, suppose B vector crosses C vector. Suppose B vector crosses C vector is equal to determinant ijk. And here first B vector means B vector coefficients comes in second row, that is B1, B2, B3. And suppose second C vector coefficients comes in third row, C1, C2, C3, likewise. Say for example, suppose A vector is equal to I cap plus j cap plus 2k cap. And suppose C vector is equal to, for example, okay, C vector is equal to 2i cap minus j cap plus k cap. So which is the situation? Suppose I want to find A vector crosses C vector. Listen, A vector crosses C vector is equal to determinant ijk. Okay, determinant ijk. Now, first A vector. So A vector coefficients in second row. Okay, what is A vector coefficients? 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2 over. Second is C vector. So C vector coefficients in third row. What is C vector coefficients? 2, minus 1, 1. 2, minus 1, 1. Sometimes if anyone absent, consider as 0. Okay, so which is the technique. Children listen, today our topic is vector product, that is cross product. Vector product gives vector answer. Now, by the definition of cross product and the working rule to find A cross B. So these two very important. So second one is completed. Okay. Now listen, third one. Third one is very simple. Suppose let A vector and B vector are parallel. Listen. So which is A vector? Okay. Suppose it is B vector. Say, what can we say about from this diagram? Yes, A vector and B vector are parallel. Sir, okay. Now, see, every time we want to use the definition of cross product. That is very important. To learn this exercise, every time we must use definition of cross product. Listen, definition of cross product is given by A vector cross B vector is equal to modulus A vector into modulus B vector into sin theta into n cap. Here first A vector, therefore first modulus A vector. Second B vector, so second modulus B vector. Into sin theta into n cap. Sir, okay. Now, by the definition of cross product, A vector cross B vector is equal to, I am writing the first line, first one. Okay. Okay, by the definition of cross product, A vector cross B vector, which is equal to, very good, modulus A vector into modulus B vector into sin theta. Here, in the definition, theta is the angle between A vector and B vector. But in this diagram, A vector and B vector are parallel. Okay, A vector and B vector are parallel. So A vector and B vector are parallel. A vector is parallel to B vector. Now can you tell me what is angle between A vector and B vector here? Yes, theta equal to 0 degree. Here theta equal to 0 degree. Here A vector and B vector are parallel. Therefore, angle between parallel vectors equal to 0 degree. Therefore, sine 0 into n cap. That's all. Now simplification yourself. What is sine 0? Sine 0? Very good. Sine 0, 0. Sine 0, 0. 0 into anything? Fully 0. So, right side fully becomes a 0. That is, A vector cross B vector is equal to 0 vector. Here, 0 is incorrect. 0 vector is correct. Because the topic is vector product. Vector product gives vector answer. Vector product gives vector answer. That is, cross product gives vector answer. Okay. Now, listen the concept. If A vector and B vector are parallel, then its cross product equal to 0. Okay. If the two vectors are parallel, then its cross product equal to 0. Conversely, if cross product of two vectors equal to 0 vector, then the two vectors are parallel. Okay, now listen the conclusion. The conclusion is A vector cross B vector equal to 0 vector if and only if A vector cross B vector equal to 0 vector if and only if A vector and B vector are parallel. If and only if A vector, B vector are parallel. Okay, so which is result 3. Listen, it is enough to learn the last line. And these are all for your understanding I am solving. Okay, the last line only important. See, cross product of two vectors equal to 0 vector, then the two vectors are parallel. Conversely, if the two vectors are parallel, then its cross product equal to 0. Okay, which is the third one. Okay, now come to fourth one. Fourth one is very simple. Say for example, A vector cross A vector is equal to. Hereafter yourself. See, I am going to use every time definition of cross product. Okay. Now A vector cross A vector is equal to. Okay, use the definition of cross product. Yes. First one A vector, therefore modulus A vector. Int. Second one, yes, also A vector. Second one also A vector. So into modulus A vector. Okay. Into sine theta. But what is theta here? Anyone? Very good. 0 degree, because angle between A vector and A vector. Listen. Suppose it is A vector. Here A vector cross A vector means angle between A vector and A vector. Angle between A vector and A vector equal to? Yes, 0 degree. Angle between A vector and A vector equal to 0 degree. So sine 0. Okay, sine 0 into n cap. Listen. Fourth formula, I am using itself vectors, cross product of itself. That is a concept important. Cross product of itself. Okay. So A vector cross A vector is equal to modulus A vector into modulus A vector into sine theta. But theta equal to 0 degree because angle between A vector and A vector is 0 degree. Can you tell me what is sine 0? Anyone? Very good. 0. Sine 0, 0. Okay. 0 into anything? 0. Okay, now listen, A vector cross A vector equal to 0 vector. So, which is fourth formula. Listen the concept, cross product of itself vectors equal to 0 vector. Okay? Okay, similarly, B vector cross B vector equal to, yes, very good, 0 vector. C vector cross C vector equal to, very good, 0 vector. X vector cross X vector equal to 0 vector, likewise, which is the fourth one. Now listen, suppose fifth one. Again I am going to write definition of, every time we are going to use definition of cross product. Listen, fifth one is A vector cross B vector, A cross B. A vector cross B vector equal to, definition of cross product is given by modulus A vector into modulus B vector into sine theta into n cap. So modulus A vector into modulus B vector into sine theta into n cap. Okay. Now for my convenience, taking modulus on both sides. Okay. Taking modulus on both sides. Taking modulus. Taking modulus on both sides. Okay. taking modulus on both sides. What is left hand side modulus for left hand side? How to take modulus? Yes, total modulus. That is modulus A vector cross B vector. Okay, which is equal to, yes, taking modulus on both sides. For LHS, take the total modulus. Modulus A vector cross B vector is equal to, already here modulus, so itself, modulus A vector into, already modulus B vector, so itself, modulus B vector. And sin theta is a scalar, because sin 0, 0, sin 30, 1 by 2, sin 45, 1 by root 2, sin 60, root 3 by 2, and sin 91, likewise, where sin theta is a scalar answer. Therefore, sin theta itself. But n cap is a perpendicular unit vector to both A vector and B vector. So here I want to take modulus. I want to take modulus for n cap. So modulus n cap. Listen again. By the definition of cross product, the first one, first line only. I am writing. Fifth one is nothing but we are taken from first one. Okay. Now, by the definition of cross product, A vector cross B vector equal to modulus A vector into modulus B vector into sin theta into n cap, which is a definition. Now, for my convenience, taking modulus on both sides, yes, modulus A vector cross B vector is equal to modulus A vector into modulus B vector into sin theta into modulus n cap. Okay, can tell me what is modulus n cap? Very good, which tends to 1. Modulus n cap tends to 1. Why? Because modulus n cap tends to 1. Very good, which is a unit vector. That is magnitude of unit vector is equal to 1. That is magnitude of a vector is equal to 1, then the vector is said to be unit vector. Okay. Now, 1 into sin theta into modulus B vector into modulus A vector. That is, which is equal to, yes, modulus. 1 into anything the same. So, modulus A vector into modulus B vector into sin theta. What is left hand side? Modulus A vector cross B vector. Okay, listen again. Definition. Taking modulus on both sides and where modulus n cap tends to 1. And I am writing the result. Okay, 1 into anything the same. Now I want to make sin theta equal to something. Now listen, sin theta only right side. Okay, sin theta only right side. Modulus A vector and the modulus B vector comes left side. Okay, tell me the formula. Yes, sin theta equal to modulus A vector cross B vector divided by modulus A vector into modulus B vector. Again, repeat anyone? Yes, sin theta equal to modulus A cross B divided by modulus A vector into modulus B vector. Okay, write it directly. Can you tell me what is sin theta equal to? Yes, sin theta is equal to modulus A cross B divided by modulus A vector into modulus B vector. So, which is a formula, angle between A vector and B vector using cross product. So, which is a formula, angle between A vector and B vector using cross product. Okay. So, which is a formula to find the angle between A vector and B vector using cross product. Okay. Which is a formula to find the angle between A vector and B vector using cross product. That is very important. Here middle relation is cross product. So, using cross product to find the angle means I want to use sine ratio. So, sin theta is equal to modulus A vector cross B vector divided by modulus A vector into modulus B vector. So, which is the angle between A vector and B vector using cross product? Which is the angle between A vector and B vector? Which is the angle between A vector and B vector using cross product? That is very important. Using cross product. Listen. Find the angle between two vectors using cross product means I want to use sine ratio. But the same angle between two vectors given in dot product, that is, just find the angle between A vector and B vector means cos theta. Angle between A vector and B vector is given by cos theta is equal to A vector dot B vector divided by modulus A vector into modulus B vector. That is 8.3 exercise. Angle between A vector and B vector means cos theta equal to A vector dot B vector divided by modulus A vector into modulus B vector. But here Angle between A vector and B vector using cross product. Listen, question itself answer. Angle between A vector and B vector using cross product is given by the formula sin theta is equal to modulus A vector cross B vector divided by modulus A vector into modulus B vector. Okay. Say, how to learn this formula? Any technique? Shortcut? Yes, I have the shortcut. That is, sin theta is equal to total modulus by separate modulus. That's all. So, A vector, B vector, A vector, B vector. The technique is sin theta is equal to total modulus divided by separate modulus.